Hey, what's up, everybody? James Trebactor here. I know y'all used to seeing me more often. I'm used to being here more often, but like, there's just been nothing to report. Like, it's been really, 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 really slow. Like, I've only done like maybe 6 or 7 auditions all month, and that's like one quarter, 1/20th of my 1/5 of my usual output. So it's just crazy. I got an avail for a commercial last week, and when I didn't hear back from the avail within 24 hours, I knew I didn't get it. And then today I got officially released, but I deleted it off my calendar a while ago. I think it was a Beyonce commercial. Like, I'm pretty freaking sure it was a Beyonce Pepsi commercial. Like, I have absolutely no reason to like believe that, like, because it had like a code name and stuff like that. But I'm pretty sure that's what it was, and I freaking missed out on it. And I'm like, but I mean, the way I look at it, I'm gonna get what I'm supposed to get. I'm gonna have what I'm supposed to have, and what is for me is for me. So, sometimes you just gotta, you gotta take the good with the bad. That's the facts of life. But I want to talk to y'all today. From the book of Los Angeles. Now, I want to talk to y'all today about moving to LA. And in terms of making connections. Making connections in Los Angeles. That is what we will talk about today. So, I had a conversation with a young guy, 20 years old, from Cleveland, by way of Cincinnati today. And we share an acting sensei in common. And my acting sensei, Steve Francia from Cincinnati Actor Studio, told him to get in touch with me because he's looking to move out to LA he's 20 years old. He wants to chase the acting thing. And so I'm like, yeah, I'll talk to him. So he calls me up and we talk on the phone, and the first thing that he starts asking me, of course, he has a list of questions, which as he should. And the questions are all basically, how can I make connections? How can I get an agent? How do I get, and, usually people start saying CAA and things like that. And I'm like, whoa, hold your horses, guy. Those are the pros. Like, you're in like elementary school, slow down. But it's like, that's just how people come out to LA, and they're just green. And I was green too. I did the exact same thing when I decided to move to LA, and I got out here, and it didn't fail. People were like, hey, you need to talk to my guy over here. You need to talk to my guy over there. And so I'm talking to these people, and I'm just like, hey, how do I do this thing? How do I get connections? How do I get an agent? How do I get on TV? Like, sorry, look for my water bottle. I need some water. Give me a second. And we're back. See? But as I was saying, I had all those same questions when I first decided to move to LA. It never failed. People gave me numbers and, hey, talk to my guy here, talk to my person over here. And I talked to him, and I'm just like, how do I get to connections? How do I get to agencies? And how do I get to, because I think that is the way, I thought that was the way to do it. And so many people have the same thought. And I was like, okay, hold on. Slow down. So I'm like, you're not ready for an agency, because I looked at his Actors Access, and he had like 3 headshots up there. He had like maybe like 5 or 6 projects or something like that. Don't quote me on these numbers, but it was less than 10. It was no media, no clips and stuff. Just really, really basic. And I'm just like, no, you're not ready for an agency, because if you were to go into an agency right now, I told him you would be begging. And you would be going into an agency saying, oh, please, 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 please sign me. And I promise that I won't be a headache. And I promise that I won't be a complete and total fuck up like all the rest of the people who you sign. And I really promise that I can do this. And I'm going to work really, really hard. And I know most people don't, but please, please, please give me a chance. Give me a chance. That's never gotten anybody a job. Like, so because you're walking in there with no experience, you're walking in there with no resume, you're walking in there with nothing tangible, you have nothing quantifiable that says you can book. Because that agency, while this may be a dream for you, it's not a dream for them, it's business for them. So I'm telling them, like, you don't want to go agency as soon as you hit the ground, okay? It's possible for you to carve out being a working actor and not have an agent. Yeah, I did it for a long time. So and now that I know how to do it, it's not rocket science. It isn't luck, it isn't anything, it's actually strategy. So, and he was just like, whoa, really? And I'm just like, yeah. And of course, and his mind is blown, because all he's thinking is, I need an agent when I get out to LA, because that's what I saw on TV and that's what I hear all the cool kids are doing. And it's like, no, that's not it. Every case is different. And for him, I'm like, you're moving out here with, under 10 projects on your resume. You want to walk into an agency with leverage, okay? You want to walk into an agency and put your materials down and say, here is what I've done, here is what I can do, would you like me to do this for you? Like, period. The way that you do that is by having an extensive resume with extensive experience, all right? Think about it, if you were the CEO of a company and you were looking to hire an executive and you got somebody with, 5 things on their resume over the past 10 years, and then you got somebody who has like some high school classes, and maybe they took some college classes and they watched some YouTube videos, and like, that's it. Who would you hire? Like, agencies are looking at it the exact same way. The length of your resume says a lot about you, okay? So, an extensive resume says that, number one, you're experienced, all right? Because you're not going to get on, a bunch of different sets, and you're not going to keep getting on sets without knowing what you're doing, all right? So, number one, it says you're experienced. Number two, an extensive resume says that you're serious, because there are so many people out here just hoping to get Instagram famous and who want to do that through acting. They don't want to act, they want to be famous. And it's just like, okay, if you don't want to act and you just want to be famous, then fine, there is a path for you, go that way. It's not going through a traditional, theatrical agency. There are agents and managers who deal strictly in influencers and stuff like that. So, that's a whole nother path, go over there. But they deal with a lot of those people. And, oh man, that's a flat tire, bruh. Ooh, y'all hear that? Oh man, he just riding on it too. Ow. Yeah, he probably tried to drive in the wrong way at the gate. Pop the tires. But where was I at? Now I gotta remember where I was. But again, experience. Okay, so that's what an extensive resume says. An extensive resume also gives some type of clue as to your professionalism, because people are not gonna keep booking you and keep booking you and you're cussing people out and disrespecting people, and having inappropriate conversations, making people feel uncomfortable, you're late, you're early, you're a problem, no matter what level you're at, the scene is small and people talk. Like, like, if you have an extensive resume that points to your professionalism, and so those things right there equal leverage. Okay, those are the things that agencies want out of their clients. They wish every client, and it also says you're consistent too. They want all of their clients to be consistent. They want all of their clients to be bookable. They want all of their clients to be professional. They want all of their clients to be experienced, because the more clients they have like that, the easier their job is. So I told him that you need to gain all of that stuff. And you may have it, you may not, but you got to prove it. All right, it's not about what you can have, it's not about what you have, it's what you can prove. So, and you prove that by stacking a resume. All right, so I told him to self-submit. All right, hold off on getting an agency. I told him to hold off getting an agency for 12 months. 12 months. Because I told him, do self-submissions on Actors Access and Casting Networks, and he didn't even have a Casting Networks. He had a Backstage. I'm just like, throw that away. I'm like, that's not you. That's like theatrical and stuff, and that's not used out here in LA. It's Actors Access and Casting Networks, and then sometimes Casting Frontier. So, so I'm like, get on there and self-submit, okay? First of all, you need some new headshots. So here's some new headshots. I told him, he asked me for headshot photographers. I told him about some headshot photographers I recommend. Cameron Radice Photography is an absolute favorite of mine. I love those. Radice. But love him and Siobhan. Oh my God, they're my faves. But I told him you need some new headshots because the headshots that you got aren't gonna cut it. Also told him you got to upload more than the 3 headshots. All right. I know this stuff costs money, but I've invested like $1,500, $2,000 just into my Actors Access alone, just uploading stuff, and like since I started acting. So that's just what it takes. If you don't like it, then just go off and be a plumber or some shit like that. But if you want to be an actor, then that's what it takes. So I told him, you got to spend some money on updating this Actors Access, all right? Because I've seen castings specifically that say, if you only got the 2 free headshots up there, then don't submit. Because that is not having a completely filled out profile, and not like actually investing money into your casting profile. That shows that you're not serious. That shows that you're green. That shows that you are looking for a lottery ticket, and nobody wants to deal with you, because the people who are making these projects, they're putting thousands and tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars into them, and they want a professional actor on set who can then make their vision come to life. They're not playing. This is not a dream for them, and I wish and I hope and I wish upon a star. No. This is, I'm paying $500,000 for this commercial, and I need to get a return on my investment. So this is business. This isn't wish upon a starry fairy tale type shit. So I told him just to hold off on getting an agent, because first you need to get the experience. So self-submit for about a year. So I told him when you hit about 40 projects, then you will be ready to approach an agency. And see that, and it doesn't even matter the quality of the projects. Now, I'm not saying just go and purposely fill your resume up with bullshit. Like I told him I'm not saying that, but he just started. So student films are right up his alley. Indie web series, indie shorts, indie, features, all right up his alley. I told him to register with Central Casting, go do some extra days on a big set. Hell, pick your favorite show. go do some extra days on no sets.